For almost 2 weeks he had been chafing at the bit, longing to be on his feet again so that he could get out of this house and begin discovering who the devil he was. But when it had come to the point today, when that moment had seemed imminent, he had found himself consumed by terror. He had spoken the truth to Rachel York, and, good Lord, what sort of a scrape had he found himself in instead? He had wanted to help her. Annoyed as he had been with her last night for not warning him of what he was about to do, and not therefore giving him a chance to leave her virtue intact, he had also wanted to do something positive for her. She had, after all, saved his life. There was no doubt in his mind that he would have died in the forest of Soigné if she had not come along and found help for him, and she had nursed him for well over a week since then. He had grown fond of her. Correction, he had been besotted with her from the first moment his eyes had alit on her. He wanted to do something for her. He had invited her into the garden so that he could find out something about her uncle and see if it was possible for her to go live with him. He had been planning to offer to escort her there. It would not have been much, in comparison with what she had done for him, but it would have been something. Something sane, sensible, and honourable. And if he did discover that he was a single man, he had decided, then he would be able to go back to her there and make her the marriage offer that honour dictated he make. But look what he had done instead. The thing was, though, that the terror that had been hovering over him all day had fallen away as soon as he had made his suggestion, and all he had been able to feel was the exhilaration of a mad challenge. What did that say about his character? Did he usually behave like this? Like a 25-year-old boy who was up to any madcap scheme? If he was 25, that was. He might be 30. He grimaced. But it was too late now to change his mind about this particular madcap venture, even if he wanted to. And he was not sure he did. He was to assume a whole new identity, and he was to acquire a new wife in the process. Presumably in a love match. Yes, definitely a love match. He was to convince Baron Weston of his eminent respectability and steadiness of character. He chuckled softly. A challenge was just what he needed, and this was a colossal one. He felt, surely he felt like his old self again. But that thought threatened to bring on a fit of melancholy again. He closed his eyes and set the back of one hand over them. He expected to spend the rest of the day in bed, or at least in his room, but Sergeant Strickland appeared in the doorway late in the afternoon to inform him that this was the ladies' night off, and that he had been sent to invite Mr. Smith to join them for dinner, if he felt up to it. "I would warn you, though, sir," he added, "that they have invited me too." "And I may not think it proper to dine with a sergeant?" Alleyne asked him, his eyebrows raised. "I do not know how high in the instep my usual self is, Strickland, but this self will be delighted to dine with one, and with 4 ladies of the night too." He would be glad of the company, he decided, as Strickland helped him back into his coat and brushed his hair for him, while Alleyne tweaked his cravat back to some semblance of smartness. And then his hands fell suddenly still, as it occurred to him, on a wave of amusement, that someone would be horrified indeed to see him now, except that the thought, vivid as it was, failed to provide either a face or a name. Who would be horrified? For a moment, he thought he was going to be able to pull a name out of the depths of his memory. It was as if a curtain fluttered before the blankness of his mind, threatening at any moment to be blown aside by a gust of wind to reveal everything that was behind it. But the curtain remained stubbornly in place. He tried to salvage at least something. Was it a man or a woman? Who the deuce was it who had flashed into his mind when he had not even been trying to remember anything?